Hello? 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 Hold on. Okay. I was like, I didn't check my mic. Oops. Uh, Before I started OBS or started streaming. Um, Wait, hold on. Okay. I need to, so I gotta like flip. I have like all these pins on this side. I also have this other pin that I haven't put on it yet. But I need to flip them to this other side. I keep forgetting, like I keep thinking about it, but it's always when I'm in the middle of something else. I'm like, oh, I'll do it later, and then I don't do it. And then I'm like, oh, I still need to do that. But also, I need to like adjust my camera because, like, I don't know, half of them get cut off. I don't know. All I really need to do is like move my speaker over because the camera's on the speaker, so like shift it over a little bit, and then it'll like be pointing that way. But I don't know if that means I'll have to. No, I think that'll like. Wait, yeah, that might put me at the edge. Whatever. I would just have to like scoot over or something. Or maybe move my mic closer to the edge of my desk. I don't know. Anyway. Play the video game. Dude, I didn't read any, Wait. I didn't read any, what do you call it? Chainsaw Man at all, like yesterday or today. Or, yeah, at all yesterday or today. And my neck is killing me. So I don't know how long I'll stream for. Like, I was, playing 14 earlier. Because I was going to do, hold on. I was gonna do, what do you call it? Like I was gonna grind out the Mog Tomes, because that ends on Monday? Monday night's the patch. So I was gonna grind out Mog Tomes, but I was like, oh, let me make sure I have, like, what I need on Blue Mage. And I did, except, like, a decent, not decent, like a current level weapon, I guess. Like, because my Blue Mage is at 62 now, but it was at, like, 61 when I started. But I still have, like, the level 50 weapon. And so, I was like, let me get the level 60 weapon and then do it. But then I got sidetracked doing a bunch of the stupid mass carnival thing because I've only done up to like, or I had only done up to 10, but I skipped to 9, I think, or 11 and skipped to 10. I don't remember. But I was like, oh, let me just like grind all these out all the way up to 25. And so I did, and I spent like a lot of time doing that because I was also watching the Niji Sanji En Among Us collab this morning. And what else? I was watching a guide for each like masked carnival thing, and so it was like 2 minutes of watching the dude do it and explain it, then doing it myself, and then watching and then doing it myself, and then going through the quests took forever. And then finally I got the weapon, and I was like, all right, I'm done for today. I don't want to play anymore. What else? Oh, but yeah, I still gotta, like, I have like 12 of the Mog Tomes, and I need like 250. I guess I don't need 250, but I want the wolf mount, that I think it's the gorilla mount, the hairstyle, and then the demon brick earring. I don't really care about the earring so much. That's why it's like 250 if I decide. If I hit 150 and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go anymore, I'll just stop there and not get the demon brick. But if I'm at 150 and I'm like, you know what, I could keep going, I'll go all the way. But it's annoying because like I have to that's a lot of grinding. I think you only get like 3 Mog Tomes per run, so that's like 80 something runs of Aurum Vale. I don't know how long it takes, like a few minutes at least. So that's like several hours. But like I was saying, if I stick to 150, that's only 50 runs, so that's only like maybe 3 hours. What else? What was it? I feel like I did something else. Or played something else. What did I... Oh, yesterday... Man. So the other thing is, like, so that Mogtome event ends on Monday night. And then the PvP season ends on Monday night. And I'm only Diamond ranked. Diamond 5, too. And, like, I was like, oh, last night, because last night was that Germa baseball game thing. And I watched that. It was pretty funny. It was like, dude, I don't know. How does he come up with this stuff? How does he, like, where is he? It's so, like, silly. I don't know how to explain it other than that. And, like, wholesome. Like, I don't know, like, it's funny, but not, like, I don't know, not edgy, not try hard. It's literally just, like, these people look like they're just having fun being goofy, and it's like, it's, what's the word? Infectious. But anyway, yeah, I was watching that, and then I was playing 14, trying to grind out the PvP. Well, I started to, like, I logged in to grind out PvP. I was like, alright, you know what? As this baseball game's going, I'm gonna try to grind as close to crystal rank as I can get. Like, I queued up, and it was a 27-minute queue, and I was like, okay. And so I let it run, and then I went to, I guess I went and made food or whatever. And then when I came back, I was, like, out of queue because the map changed, so it kicked me out of queue. And then I queued up again, and it was still, like, 25-minute long queue, and I was like, dude, what the heck? And then I ate my food. And then it went like 30-something minutes, and I was like, all right, like, I guess I'm just not doing this tonight. So I left the queue, and then I don't know, I did something else in game. I think I just, like, ran around. Oh, I think I swapped to I was talking about how I made a Lalafell alt a while ago. I just, like, rolled over to that to try and grind out the, I guess not grind out, just, like, grab the event, like the Moonfire Fair outfit. Because I have nothing on that character, nothing to wear. Even, like, I don't even want to wear that, but I was just like, I feel like now every time there's an event, I'm going to have to run over to that alt and grab whatever it is too, because there's so little stuff that, like, carries over. Like, so few, like, account-wide outfits, and it's kind of lame, because I feel like the only thing she has are, like, the maid and the butler outfit, and that might be it. Like, I'm thinking, like, the glamour plates I have, because the glamour plates, the only glamour plates I made for her were for, like, all the outfits that weren't, like, the, like, subscription time outfits, like, all the different, like, Final Fantasy game main character outfits that are all kind of ugly anyway, or at least, like, ugly for girl characters. I don't know, because, they're all, like, there's, like, Squall's outfit. There's the dude from Nine's outfit. I think there is, like, a girl outfit in there somewhere, but it's, like, not something I want my characters to wear. But either way, the only outfit, like, the only glamour plates I have are the maid outfit, the butler outfit, the default Lalafell outfit, like, the white mage gear you get from, like, the artifact gear from, like, just playing white mage. And then I think, yeah, like, one of each bunny set from the gold saucer, and then a set that's, like, a mix between the two bunny sets of, like, the pieces that I like the most from each one, and then that's it. So everything else that I've ever bought, like the Minfilia's outfit, Y'shtola's outfits, Alphino's outfit, like, all these outfits, I got them all on sale. I remember they had, like, a big old sale a while ago that was, like, everything was super cheap. I think I got, like, a billion outfits for, like, $30, and I was like, dude, sick. Like, the Far Eastern Schoolgirl outfit, the what's the D? It starts with a D. Durndal outfit. I don't know, like, all these outfits, and none of them. They're all character only, and so it's like, dude, this sucks. So yeah, so I was like, I should go over to that alt and grab the summer outfit, because like she has nothing to wear, and it's only level 50 something, and like I don't know how, like I don't even plan on ever really using it other than to be like, all right, let me refresh myself on a class or something before I embarrass myself on my main character. But even then, like, I'm at the point, like, I know how to play DPSs, I know how to play tanks. Healer was like the only thing to do that for, and now I'm like comfortable enough on healer. Like, it's been a couple months since I've healed, and I was healing dungeons and stuff today and yesterday, like my roulettes and stuff. No problem. And so it's like, all right, cool. It's like in my brain, I guess, now. Or at least like I can figure it out. Like yesterday when I ran, I did like main scenario, and I was like, okay, wait, what are my buttons again? And then I figured it out like after a minute. It was like, okay, I'm good. And then every dungeon after that was fine. What was it? But yeah, anyway, like, so I did that, and then when I was done doing that, I went back to my main and was like, okay, now let me queue up. And then the queue was 5 minutes, or it said less than 5 minutes, and then it went all the way to like 18 minutes, and then I finally got in, and then we lost, and I queued up again, and I got in after like 10 minutes, and then we lost, and I queued up again, and I got in after like 10 minutes, and we lost, and I queued up again, and I played like 5 matches, lost every single one, and was just like, all right, I don't want to play anymore. I don't care enough to put myself through this. Like, I'm not gonna wait 10 minutes every game to then lose. Cause even like, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to win. You have to win 4 matches basically, unless you go on a streak. 4 matches more than you lose to go up to the next like tier or whatever. So Diamond 5 to Diamond 4, all the way up to 1. I think it's 4. I think you need to win 3 and then win 1 to go up. And then you have to win 3 again and then win 1 more to go up. I don't remember. But either way, it was just going to take so much. What's up, Gabby? So much work and 10-minute queues between each match that I was like, nah, I'm not going to get Crystal for this rank or for this season. Because I'm just not going to sit here and wait like 10 minutes per match to lose. Potentially lose. And like almost every match, I think only out of one out of the 5 matches I was like second place DPS. Every other match I was first, like highest DPS. So I was doing my job. I was doing work. I played like 1 match on White Mage and then the rest of them all on Dark Knight. And was doing my job, and we just kept losing. And it's because people kept playing. Like, I had like 2 Reapers. Maybe it was the same guy twice, I don't remember. And like, I don't know, it felt like people were being useless, and it's just like nobody, yeah, like one of the matches, I think the last match I played, we lost because we had a ninja who, it's overtime, and he runs away from the crystal, and we lose. Like, everyone's dead except him, and he's like sitting on the crystal, and then the enemy team, like, he's pushing it, and then the enemy team runs towards him, and he runs off of it to like run away from them, and we just lose. And it's like, dude, at least die for it, come on. So that's like buying time. Like, every second counts in that match, in crystalline conflict. But yeah, and then yeah, so I was just like, all right, no, I'm not getting crystal this season, but it doesn't matter anyway because the rewards are kind of lame. It's like you get the border and you get the like little icon for your glamour, or for your plates, your adventure or your portraits, and then you can put them on your plate or whatever. But it's ugly. Like, the little symbol is like this crystal blue with the season on it. Like, I have season 1 crystal rank, so I know what the icon looks like. I know it has the 1 in the middle. It's like League of Legends. They have the same thing. Once you like, when you're playing ranked, whatever you if you like, whatever rank you have, it'll have like the season number on it. But it's like nobody ever uses those as their icon because they're like, there's way better icons than things to use. And so that's why, like, I was just like, I don't like, the only other thing I want from the crystal rank rewards is all the trophy crystals to like buy stuff. But I have all the framer kits and like gear and weapons and stuff that I want. I mean, I still want everything, but the stuff that I will actually use I already have. So it's like grinding out crystal is not worth it because I don't want anything from it. It would just be kind of like bragging rights. It's just like be able to say like I did it again. But the that doesn't matter to me because Crystalline Conflict, like it was fun at first, but like once you play it a lot, once you realize what it is and how to win and how it works, and how kind of like RNG, like how much you rely on your teammates and stuff, it's like yeah, it's not worth getting mad over. It's not worth investing time into because it's so unbalanced and it's so like reliant on your team with no communication. All you can do is spam pings and things that like nobody pays attention to because it's too chaotic. Like once you're in combat, like around the crystal and stuff like that, people are making callouts, and like the only thing that like people can actually pay attention to is when you put like icons over people's heads, and even then like people ignore that stuff. People don't care. People like, you'll be like, oh, like I'm marking, the warrior because he jumped into our party 1v5, and you still got dudes like running off to like go chase down the enemy white mage or black mage or running away, and it's like, dude, we can literally just pop this guy right now, but never mind. But yeah, I don't know. It's annoying. I just wish, like it's annoying because it's not populated. That like if the queues were shorter, I wouldn't care so much. But to have to wait 10 minutes to play like a 5-minute game, which I might end up losing anyway, is like I don't know. It like repels me. It makes me not want to play. Because it's like you play one match and then you have to wait the length of 2 more matches basically, to get another match. And so like when Crystalline Conflict was new, everyone was getting in immediately, and like it was like sub 1 minute queues, sub 30-second queues, and then 5-minute matches or whatever. But now it's like 10 minute, 15 minute, 30 minutes. Like I was saying, I was waiting the 27-minute queue or whatever at first, the 25-minute queue, and then it's like, oh, because the hour rolled over or hour and a half rolled over, however long the map stays, 2 hours, I don't know, whatever, however long the map is there, it was like because the time rolled over and I was in queue for that, it just like cut me, like it ended my queue and kicked me out, which I didn't even realize. I didn't realize they did that. Like I didn't know that's how fast the queues were when it first came out. Was like I had never been in queue long enough for the map to roll over while I was in queue and kick me out of queue. Because when that happened, I was like, wait, what happened? Why did I get kicked out of queue? Like I came back, sat down, and it was like, oh, due to your registration expired or something. And I was like, what? And I thought like I did something. Like I thought I don't know. I was like, did I hit a key or something? Is there a shortcut to like leave the queue that I never knew about and that I accidentally hit? Or is there some weird server thing going on? And so like I complained about it in the VG thread, and people were like, yeah, when the map rolls over, it kicks you out of queue. And I was like, I never knew that. Last time I played, the queues were so fast that I was never in queue long enough for the map to roll over in my queue. Like I've been in matches where I'm in the game and then the map rolls over, but it lets you, like, you finish that match, and then when you go to queue up again, the next match you're in is on the new map. But I'd never been in queue as it happened, so I never knew that. What was it? Yeah, and then like then queuing back up was like another half hour before I was like, all right, I give up. And then when I came back, I guess it was like more prime time. It was only like an hour late, not even like an hour later. But like when I first queued up, it was literally 4:30 because it was right as the German baseball stream started. And so like I was like, yeah, people should be getting home right now. I'm getting on. It's Friday night, Friday afternoon. People on the East Coast are at least home by now. And nobody's playing it. And then like I guess around like 5:30ish is when that's when my queues were like 10 minutes instead of 30 minutes. And it was still not fast enough. So yeah, I'm just like kind of annoyed that like, yeah, it's so dead. Cause like, I don't know, every other like, what do you call it? Every other competitive game I've played, the beginnings of the season and the ends of the season are always beginnings and ends of seasons are always the most active, but I guess not for Crystalline Conflict, which makes me think it's just gonna be like the Feast, where I don't know, in like 6 months when they're on whatever season 4 or 5, it's just gonna be like win traders all the way, and so like anyone who tries to get in is just gonna be kind of at the whims of the other like hardcore players of it who have been playing, grinding it out since the beginning. And so it's gonna like deter people, so it's gonna become even less popular because like no one's gonna want to play, because the only people who are playing are the people who are in Discord queuing up against each other, the people who are like, all right, let's all queue the same class at the same time, or not the same, like the same class of like 5 different classes, so like 5 pairs, to ensure that we not ensure, but give ourselves the best chance to be against each other, and then trade until we all get the placements and rewards and stuff that we want. Also, I'm just like, yeah, I think maybe when the new not season, but what do you call it, like the new rewards come out for like the battle pass thing, the series, I think maybe it'll get a little more popular again, but I'm sure it'll die as soon as everyone gets what they want out of that again. Anyway, what else happened yesterday and today? Nothing really happened today, I don't think. What did I watch? I don't think I watched anything today, other than like just streams as I was playing 14. I was watching Jan from Giant Bomb, his like couple of episodes of Sekiro that he's been playing, and I was like, dude, that game's so good and I want to play it again. And then I was on Twitter and people were like talking about Bloodborne, and I mean, people are always talking about Bloodborne. It's annoying because like every time almost every day I get on Twitter and Bloodborne is trending, I'm like, oh god, is today the day? Are they finally announcing the PC port or some kind of remaster remake? And it's always just nope. It's always people just saying like Bloodborne is trending again for no reason, and it's true. But I don't know. It's fun though, because like there's always like I always like go to see like, is there anything new? No? Okay, let me just like scroll through and look at all the art and like whatever else, art, screenshots, dumb jokes and memes and things. But I don't know. What else? Why was I even talking about that? Oh yeah, Sekiro and Bloodborne. Dude, so those games are so good. Like I was thinking about it yesterday or the day before, or sometime in the last few days. Are just like Elden Ring was fun and it was good, but I still really like Sekiro and Bloodborne so much more than all the other Souls games. It's weird because like, yeah, because it's like FromSoft, they're known for their Souls games, but those aren't even like the best ones. Bloodborne and Sekiro. Bloodborne is the best one. Sekiro is just as good, in my opinion, but it's like way more contentious. Oh, like within, I don't know. I was gonna say within the Souls community, but I guess it's like, yeah, I guess within the Souls community, but also like just like people who play video games in general, because it's like, some dude yesterday was complaining about. He was complaining about Sekiro. He said it was like the worst one because he said it was bloated and something else, and I was just like, Sekiro is the least bloated of all of them. It takes out literally everything. Like it takes away all the options from from a Souls game. Like you have no customization Um, outside of like the tools, but even the tools aren't like I'm sure you could beat the game without using tools at all. Like they're not that important. Um, there might be like some gimmick spots like bosses that you need to use a tool on or something that I just can't. I'm not thinking about. But it is definitely the least bloated. So I was like, what is this guy even talk? Did this guy even play the game? Because like you have a jump, you have your attack, you have your parry, and then you have like your dash, I guess, and that's it. And then your tool, I guess. But in like Souls game, you have spells, you have a million different weapons, um, you have arts, you have tools, items, like all kinds of other stuff too. I guess you have items in Sekiro too, but way more in Souls games. You have spells, you have different kinds of spells. Like you have magic, you have incantations, you have, I guess incantations. That's like Elden Ring's name for it or whatever. Um, but and then there's like one more. What do you call it? Because there's always like the two types of spells or three types of magic. I can't remember. I also don't care to like sit here and think about it. But like there's like yeah, and then there's also like uh kind of the open worldiness of those games where you kind of just like go wherever you want. Like it's a big world and you take whichever route. But Sekiro is more like linear and streamlined. Not in a bad way, but like whatever this guy was saying, like even the people like replying to him were like, "What are you talking about?" Like Sekiro, like people are like, "I don't even like Sekiro," but it's the least bloated. It's the least kind of like aimless. It's the most streamlined, most just kind of like condensed. Like what do you call it? I don't know, focused. But anyway, like I was saying, I was watching that dude play, and I was like, man, I still never did that boss rush thing. Like I tried it, and I just gave up because it was like, it got frustrating because you would go through the first few bosses, and you get to the new bosses, or like it wasn't even like new bosses. I think the one of the bosses was Genichiro, but he has like a new phase or something, or new moves or something. And it was annoying because I would go through all the work of like getting through the first few bosses to get to him to die because he had a new move, and then I have to go back and go through all those fights again to get to him to die to something else I didn't know, and it was just like tedious to the point where I was like, yeah, I was just like, I'll do this later some other time because I just don't want to sit here and grind out these first few bosses because even I had the bosses down to where I'm like not even getting hurt. I'm like it just takes time, like a few minutes per fight to get to the new fight, to die to something I hadn't seen, and then just like do it all over again. So yeah, it was just like annoying, and I was like, I wish you could just like pick a fight to like practice, and then yeah, like go through like it not. I didn't want them to be like, oh yeah, you can do one fight at a time, and if you beat all the bosses, you get credit for beating the boss rush. I wanted it to be like, here, you can pick this boss to fight it over and over again until you get good at it enough that when you go through the boss rush and you get to that boss, you're like, okay, I've seen this before. I fought this guy before. I know how to do this. But anyway, maybe I'll do that someday. Go back and I would stream it if I was going to do the boss rush thing. But maybe not stream a full playthrough because the game's not that long. I mean, maybe do it because I can probably beat it in one session. Man, my neck hurts. Ugh. What was it? Oh, the other thing. So like, yeah. I want to play Splatoon 3 when it comes out. Hold on. When does that come out? So if I'm in the middle of this game, like if I haven't finished this game. What? Oh. I looked up Splatoon 3. It says release. Wait. September 9th? I thought it was supposed to be this month. Oh, is the demo this month? My neck, dude. Ugh. Oh, the special Switch version comes out on the 26th. Promote the game of Testfire pre-launch Splatfest event. Okay, I'll probably play that the 27th to the 28th. So that's next weekend. Cool. Because I saw something about it earlier today on Twitter that was like, oh yeah, the demo. It was saying something like, oh, are you like excited for the game, but you're not, what's the word? Like excited? Like can't wait to play, but it's too far away. Well, you can play the demo and make your character or whatever. Let's see. Tutorial teaching the basics will be available on August 25th. Then the Splatfest is on the 27th. That's sick. And then the full game is on the 9th. Okay, yeah, I'll probably do that then on next Friday or Saturday, whatever day. I'll check the times because it could be like, I don't know, Japan, America, and EU times all in there somewhere. So it's, I don't know which 27th it is. So I'll look into that, and then what do you call it? Do that next weekend. Because it should be free, right? I don't know. I mean, it's a demo, so I would expect it to be free. Not like, oh, if you pre-order the game, you have access to it. Because they've also done, I think they've done free Splatfest before. I know they've done like free weekends or whatever for Splatoon 2, where it's like, oh yeah, like download the game and play for free, and then once that's up, you can buy it to keep playing or not if you don't want to. But I'm actually like really excited for it because I played Splatoon 2 for a little bit. I don't know, maybe like 50 hours total or something. I never finished the story, so I still have to do that. So that's, oh yeah, that's another thing. That's like, well, since the game's September 9th, I have plenty of time now. But I finished this game, played through Splatoon 2's story mode, to like prep myself, and the expansion to prep myself for Splatoon 3. Because yeah, like I had a lot of fun playing online. It was online, so it was like Nintendo's online sucks, and so like I would play, have fun, and eventually get tired of it because like, yeah, eventually got tired of it because Nintendo's online is not good. And I don't expect Splatoon 3's to be better, but I do still want to play because it is like, that was a fun game and I want to play it again, even if like it'll be new, so it'll be like, okay, I'll ignore the online for a little bit because it's new and fun and shiny. But I'll definitely play through the story too. Whatever. Anyway, I think that's it. Yeah. Let's look at this box. That's annoying. Like I keep yawning, but my neck hurts. So like if I like tilt my head back to yawn or whatever, or like just like try to yawn, like my neck hurts, and so like it hurts. It makes me want to like flinch or kind of like wince, and interrupts my yawn. I don't know who Urashimataro is. Oh. Wait, is that the guy? Wait, won Mario Kart with the Splatoon. He won Mario Kart with the Splatoon character. Good. The Inklings, they're cute. That's why, like, wait, hold on. What was that? Is this the guy with the Otohime? Yeah. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, that's like part of the fun. Yeah, they're super cute. That's part of the fun of playing Splatoon is like designing and customizing your Inkling. I was gonna say Squid Kid. I mean, there's squids and octopuses now. But yeah, like making an Inkling and playing the game because they have like different outfits. Like they have a shop in game that you buy like outfits and accessories and things for them, and just like dress up a kid, dress up an Inkling, make them cute. Oh, her. And then yeah, then playing online. And I wonder, so like they had in Splatoon 2, I'm sure they'll have something like this in 3, but well, I know they will. I know they do have Salmon Run, which is like a co-op versus AI kind of thing, a PvE thing. That's where you get like a lot of the exclusive outfits and stuff like that. And that's kind of like one of the things I'm excited to play again, is like in Splatoon 2, anytime there was salmon run, it was just like fun to like hop in and grind that out and get like the little gear you get from that stuff, because they also have like stats on them and stuff like that. And like that's where the kind of the grind comes in, is like grinding for better stats and like what do you call it, re-rolling your like passives, like, because yeah, each piece of gear has like slots on it, and it has like a random thing. Some of them, like, it's like, oh, the first two are going to be the same all the time. The third one will be random, and you can change that one. Sometimes you can like change all of them, I think. But yeah, that's like where the grind comes in. It's like trying to get the most efficient and best stats on your gear to like play online with and do better with. I'm afraid to x-ray this. Okay, I thought it was gonna be like a head or something. But yeah, I don't know, I'm excited. I want to play Splatoon 3. I'm just like, I don't know. Every time I think about playing my Switch, I'm just kind of like, man, like, internet is gonna be lame. Like, internet is like Switch, Nintendo's online is always bad. Like, it's okay at best. And then the graphics, like, I'm like imagining already, because like there's like a lot of colors in Splatoon, and so I'm imagining just watching everything kind of like wash out, because the Switch is like 20 years old. And it's like, I don't know, dude. Like, why won't they come out with a stronger Switch, or just put these games on other consoles too? Like, I don't know. But I guess it's because they're Nintendo. Like, dude, it's why Nintendo? Hold on. This looks like a... Well, okay, it looks kind of like a microscope or a telescope. Like a telescope going this way, but I guess it could be a microscope going this way. Or some kind of laser. Why does it let me x-ray again? Okay. What was it? Oh, yeah, so like, yeah, Nintendo gets to do whatever they want. I don't even know why. It's like because they put out a few good games, and they have kind of like the legacy, but like so much like recent stuff that they've done and put out, and like, yeah, people are like getting sick of it too. But it's like the same thing with Pokemon. I was complaining about with Pokemon like a couple weeks ago or something, or maybe a week ago, but people are just gonna buy it anyway and like make things worse for me, because they're basically saying like, yeah, you can keep, putting no effort into these things, and so then I'm sitting here like, I want a good one, but you guys are just like telling them it's okay to keep making bad ones, so then I have to keep missing out and skipping them, because I'm not gonna pay $60 for a bad game. I mean, I will sometimes, but not knowingly. Like I'll pay $60 and be like, well, this game sucks. But with Nintendo, it's like there's so many just kind of like low effort, not like cash grabs, but just kind of like, yeah, like we're just gonna kind of poop out this game and charge you $60, and this game will never be less than $60. It'll go on sale for like $54 in 2 years, and that's it. And it's like really frustrating, because it's the same thing with like their consoles of just like, yeah, we're not, why would we put more effort and resources into making our console and like video game playing experience better, when there are millions of people who are going to buy it and play it, and they're too stupid to know how bad it is. Like they're too dumb, or they just don't care enough that they're just gonna be like, yeah, I don't like, that's the best game ever because it came from Nintendo. That's the other thing I was gonna say is like why does Nintendo get this? Like, they have the legacy or whatever, but it's only like they barely have any more time than so many other, like Sony, like PlayStation came out, hold on, the NES came out in like the 80s, right? Like 80, I want to say 88, but I feel like that's too late. 83. Okay, yeah. Well, 83 in Japan and 85 in North America. But the PlayStation 1 came out what, like 94. So like 10 years later. So like the Nintendo was out 10 years before PlayStation, but as soon as the PlayStation came out, I was like, whoa, this is like way better, like way stronger, and way more impressive than anything Nintendo's done, or anything Nintendo has. Uh, and they had like a way more like varied library. They had like all these like third-party games and things like that, and like Nintendo had third-party stuff too, but they were like slowing down on that. They were starting to stop doing as much third-party stuff, and they kind of like went back with it with the Wii, where like once the Wii came out, they're like, yeah, third-party shovelware, throw it all on here, who cares? But PlayStation has been doing it the whole time, and then Xbox came out whenever, like, did Xbox came out like, was it 2000? I don't know. That feels like way too late, but 2001, dude. That is okay. Yeah, man, that feels like they came way late, but still, they even like they showed up and they're like Nintendo was first. I guess like Atari and like all these other like almost like computer systems came out before that, but I'm talking about like the main three that are out now that kind of like are in charge. Nintendo was first, then PlayStation, then Xbox. But like when PlayStation and Xbox came out, they like everyone, all of them like kept like pushed Nintendo out of the way. Like Nintendo hasn't been able to keep up like technology wise. I wouldn't say quality wise, but like some of their games, like I was saying, like what's the Odyssey, Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Fire Emblem. Like they have their franchises that like do well and are good games, but that's all they have. And like it's weird that they're able to like ride on that so hard and for so long, and like people are able to overlook everything else just because they have these franchises. And even like, cause like not everything that comes out in these franchises is good, and so like it's weird that people, yeah, I don't know, it's weird how easily people can overlook the negatives and just be like, yep, nope, Nintendo, I'll buy it. And like I don't know, it's annoying. Like I was saying, it just makes it so that like they don't have to do better, because like people are willing to like boycotting doesn't work, because, or it's not even that boycotting doesn't work, it's boycotting doesn't happen. Like people, like you hear people talk about it all the time, like, oh, if you're sick of it, boycott. And then people are like, it doesn't matter, boycotting doesn't work. And when they say that, people are like, yes it does, you just have to boycott. They're not saying that boycotting doesn't actually work. They're saying you can't boycott because there are too many people who don't care and like are not going to be a part of it, who are just going to throw their $60 at whatever Nintendo dumps out, and Nintendo doesn't care about you if you're not giving them $60. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so like it's just, it's annoying that like Nintendo like makes all this money for like so little effort, like all riding on their legacy, and like does not care to put any of it back into their legacy. It's literally just like, yeah, we just have to dump out a Mario or Zelda game or Fire Emblem game every 5 years, and you're a simper. Well, that's what, like, Breath of the Wild is a good game. It's just like I was getting to that point of like they rely on that too much. Like I'm gonna buy Breath of the Wild too, like easy, and play it, but I'm going to complain about it when I'm playing it, of like, man, this will look so much better on PC. Actually, so like part of me is like, maybe I'll buy it to be like, okay, I bought it, and then emulate it so it looks better, like emulate it on PC, so I don't complain about how ugly it looks. But that's where I was like leading to, is just like they put out Breath of the Wilds, they put out Fire Emblem 3 Houses, they put out, I guess just like Fire Emblem, I guess it could have been, it didn't have to be 3 houses, any Fire Emblem would have been decent, I'm sure. They put out, you know, Mario games, and it's like, man, these are good, but they would be better if they had a stronger Switch. It looks good on your fancy TV. It's not it. Breath of the Wild looks good because of the style. Breath of the Wild 2 will look good because of the style. But so like the whole thing I started complaining about this was because Splatoon 2 will look good because of the style, but because of the colors and how fast it moves and stuff like that. I don't know if you played Splatoon, but I'm sure you've seen it. It it's all about like colors and painting, and like it's a very colorful game, and you're like moving a lot and shooting a lot. So like stuff gets like muddied in all of that because the Switch like can't keep up. So like frame rate drops, and yeah, things just kind of like get, cuz like the Switch isn't, I don't think the Switch can do 4K yet. Hold on. Can the Switch do 4K? Let's see. No model of Nintendo Switch natively supports 4K. So yeah, it's like just like stretched, upscaled, and all that. Seen it, never played it. Honda did. Okay. Well, but you know what it looks like, so you know that it's like this little like shooter with like paints and colors and bright colors. So you're like moving around all over the place. You're flying across the map and things like that. That stuff, like, yeah, I don't know. The Switch, it's not that the Switch can't handle the power of it, but like I was starting to say, like the Switch isn't, it doesn't like, it's like meant for like 1080p, maybe 1440, or what's the not 4K. So it's like once it gets scaled up to those resolutions, it starts to like, it looks, the problems are more noticeable. The low, not like low quality, but the lower, the not necessary quality is it's a small console. That's what, yeah, that's the thing, is like it's meant to be both a console, like home console, and portable, and that's a problem. It's like needing the portability, they needed to make it smaller and make it more yeah, like portable. And so like it doesn't have as much, yeah, it couldn't like contain as much power. But that's what I'm complaining about, is like they have all this money from selling Switches and games. They could invest in making just like a console version that you just, you know, you don't take off, you don't undock, you don't take it portable. That goes up to 4K, or, you know, like, I don't know, a Switch Pro, like a Switch Plus, a better Switch. It doesn't even have to be a Switch. It could be just the next Nintendo console. But like I was saying, they don't have to, so they won't. And it's annoying because now I'm gonna play Splatoon 3 and just be like, man, this game would be better. Could be better. Should be better. Like those names. Those are the names that everyone throws out, because those are like the names that, I don't know, it feels like Nintendo would use. Like PlayStation 4, PS4 went PS4 and then PS4 Pro. Switch feels like it would do like Switch Plus or something like that, or Switch Pro. Or maybe they just come up with a new name, or Switch U, like the Wii to the Wii U, just like Switch X, Switch and a letter. Anyway, I don't know. I'm looking forward to Splatoon 3, but I'm also not looking forward to playing it on the Switch again. So like, I don't know. If there's a way, I don't know. I don't know how Switch emulation is, because I've never emulated a Switch game. I've used Citra, which is a Switch emulator. Oh, actually, no, I have Switch, because I emulated Double Cross. Or no, I emulated that on, I think Citra is the 3DS emulator. What's the Citra emulator? Maybe it didn't. Yeah, it's a 3DS emulator. What is the Yuzu? I think is the yeah, the Switch emulator. I don't think I used Yuzu. I used Citra and played Double Cross, but then that came out on the Switch, and I'm sure. Excuse me. I'm sure that game, I don't know, like it seems like Switch emulation is pretty good. And like I was saying, you can make the games look better and run better. Because when I was playing Metroid Dread, that's the other one. Like, playing through it, I was like, man, this game looks good, and like it has this style. Like they're good at making the style, like using a style that looks good. That's why what was it? There was a game that came out recently that I was like, man, it's like this game is so ugly because they just didn't pick a style or use a style that fits what they're doing. Fits. I feel like it's something I played recent. Oh, Monster Hunter Rise. Like they it doesn't look like, yeah, I felt like Rise looked worse than World. I mean, it did because it was limited to the Switch, but they also didn't like they I don't know, it felt like they were still kind of stuck on trying to go for this more realistic style that World went for. But like trying to keep that on the Switch doesn't work because the Switch isn't, like I was saying, it's not powerful enough to make something like that look good. So they have to commit to they have to come up with a style like Breath of the Wild and Fire Emblem and Metroid and Mario, where it's like it's got a style to it that fits what the Switch can do so that it looks good. Because if you go for like realism, it's just gonna look bad because it can't hit like the levels of other consoles and PC and stuff like that. Excuse me. But like Splatoon's not gonna have that problem. Like I was saying, it has a style to it that fits Nintendo and Switch, like the Switch. It's just gonna be more of the frame rate and the internet stuff, and then just like I have 1440p monitors, and so I'm worried that it's gonna be kind of stretched out and look a little ugly because of that. But like I was saying, I don't know. I'm gonna look into emulation and see, because like if I can go online on emulator, I might emulate it. Like I was saying, I'll buy the game on my Switch so that I own it legally or whatever. Maybe even like figure out how to dump it so I can emulate it legally, but then emulate it so I can play at a better resolution, better frame rate, but only if it lets me play online. Maybe I'll play through the story like that and then play online on my Switch, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it though. I'm excited for it. My neck. Ugh, this sucks. I don't know. Oh man, I don't like. Maybe I'll get through this like section and then quit, because it's like sitting here killing my neck. I think I just slept on it wrong, but it wasn't. I don't remember it hurting right away. Maybe it's like when I went to sleep the second time, because it was hurting. It's been hurting all day, like since I got up this morning. Because I got up at around like 11 or something like that, instead of like around like 12 or 1. But like it didn't hurt that bad, and when I went back to sleep I was like, let me sleep in a way that doesn't hurt my neck. And when I woke up, like immediately I was like, oh, my neck doesn't hurt. But then as soon as I like moved, I was like, oh, my neck. And it hurts more, but I don't know. And it hurts to sit, because I remember like that was part of why I wanted to go back to sleep after like playing 14. I was like sitting here playing 14, and part of why I stopped was just because like I remember like as I was playing I was like, I just gotta like grind this out so I can hurry up and get back in bed because my neck hurts, and like lay down in a way that doesn't hurt my neck.
生贄を捧げるとか少なくともアイロン代じゃないことだけは確かよ。しぐれのやつ、ナイクスは宗教団体じゃないなんて言ってたけど
Nikes isn't a religious group. So yeah, this place Nikes is definitely a cult. So I don't know, now I'm like worried, because like when we were talking to Tokiko, she was saying all this stuff that made like starting to convince me like, oh yeah, Nikes isn't some weird cult. They're like, you know, they are cult-like, but they're not doing culty things. They're just kind of like, you know what, we're gonna try and figure out, like it felt more scientific than a cult stuff. But as soon as we got down here, I was like, wait a second, this was that thing in the dream, so I'm sure this is gonna collapse on us. Someone's gonna die or something crazy. And something weird's gonna happen, because now we have like this weird box with something in it, this altar. All these braziers.
ここにもナイクスのシンボルマ
This
ークが。
gigantic symbol.
ノナプレックスね。
上の方から砂が。
天井が脆くなってるみたい。
I hope it doesn't come down on us. It's going to come down on us. Oh, that's it. I didn't get to look at the door and stuff behind us. I don't know if I could. Oh, I couldn't. I didn't look at the pillars either.
もしかしてこの箱開けるつもり？
うん。
やめといた方がいいんじゃない？
It's like on the right side. So if I like turn to the right or like lean to the right, it hurts. Going to the left doesn't hurt so much. It feels more like it's stretching and like kind of pulling on it. Feels a little bit better. Like it hurts, but it's like that kind of like, it's like if you have like a, I don't know, a pulled muscle or something. Like if you like massage it or pull it in a certain way, it's like it feels a little bit better. Like it hurts, but it's like stretching where you're like ow, ow, and it's like, but it feels like you're releasing, kind of like you're stretching it. You're like loosening it up or something. I don't know. Oh, that was cold. I got this Dr. Pepper. I went to McDonald's earlier. I got another large soda that I've only taken like 2 sips out of, and it's like, but it's like, because it's cold, there's all the condensation on it, the water, and like dripped on my shirt, and it's very cold.
どうして？
いや、
My neck, dude, this sucks. If I lean back like this, it doesn't hurt so much, but it's also very uncomfortable. I like to like slouch and kind of like hunch forward, because I don't care about my posture.
大丈夫だよ。開けても危険はないって言ったじゃん
She's
か。
she's like, maybe you shouldn't open it. And he's like, why not? Just a hunch. He's like, well, you said it was okay to open, so let's open it.
多分って付け加えたはずだけど。
Probably.
いずれにせよ調べないわけにはいかないよ。
Take some meds. I was thinking about that earlier, but I don't know where they are, because they might still be packed up somewhere. That's what, yeah, I was like thinking about taking some kind of like pain relief thing. But when Chase came over last weekend, he was a heating pad. Oh, I don't know if we have any. But all the medication is like somewhere in the garage, because Chase was like, when he came over and spent the night, he was like, he asked me if I knew where like the Tylenol was, and I was like, and I checked every place that it should be and I would expect it to be, and it wasn't anywhere. And then he asked my mom, and she was like, oh yeah, it's somewhere packed up still. And I was just like, well, sorry, can't help you. And now I'm like, dang, it's still packed up somewhere. A hot towel. I'm not gonna do it right now, but maybe later. Yeah, maybe after I get through this part.
おけつにいらずんばおじはえ
I'll just end early tonight.
いろいろ間違ってるけど、まあそういうこと。
Wait, what did he say? Oh, we can't just not check it. Can't get the treasure unless you lay the dragon, huh? Hee hee hee. What? It looks like a toy. Did it shoot him? Wait.
龍騎、生体反応を確認。近くに誰かいるわ。
Dude, go to the edge and look over. Don't just... Okay, that's more of the weird stuff.
なんだよ、あいつ。
Maybe we are in a
ど
simulation.
うしてあんな姿。
Well, I mean, I've kind of like been thinking of that since the beginning. Since the very first time it showed someone like this, I was like, wait, maybe
何言っ
he's
てるの？
in like a permanent somnium.
とにかく、とにかく、
Oh, and that's why they in the dream. Oh, we got quick time events. The way he runs looks very like he's not making any progress, but he's running very hard, very fast. I don't know if I would chase after someone if they look like that. I think I'd be more freaked out than anything, and I would not follow them. Like ooh. Where's he getting these? I actually guessed that. I didn't even look at this symbol. I just assumed I would have to move to the left. Okay. What? I think I would just like, if that was me, I would just like pull myself tight to the ladder and hang on and let myself get hit. Like it would probably hurt, but at least it would have knocked me off. Because I feel like letting go with one hand and leg and just hanging on like that is super risky. Because if you do get hit, you have less. Like less of a grip. Chapter 3, R2. Okay, so that's not the collapse part. I guess we go back.
龍樹君、謝って済んだら警察はいらないのよ。
Why is she so mad? What happened? Yeah, he fell anyways, exactly.
あなたが捜査に尽力し
Tried
てくれ
real
てる
hard
のは
to
分かっ
not
てる。
get knocked off the ladder and then got tricked.
だけどそれを差し引いても、昨日
Screw
の
up.
失態はありえ
What
ないわ。
screw up? What did he... Okay, hold on.
ただでさえ捜査の進捗状況が芳しくないっていうのに。
必ず挽回します。もう一度チャンスを。
なんだか思い出すわ。赤点取った娘が小遣いを減らされないよう平謝りしてきた時のこ
Daughter's
と。
been begging me not to decrease her allowance when she gets bad grades. What? Also, it's funny that boss has a daughter and we had no idea.
石膏で固めてあげようか。
Wait, what is this? Oh. I didn't read the blue one. I actually like skipped through the blue one.
のれんに腕押しって感じよね。
そんなことは。
This guy is having an internal struggle. I don't know, his like mental state has been questionable the entire time, but this is finally like we're getting like his like internal thoughts and like he's mad. It's kind of cool because it's in the last game with Date, you didn't really get kind of like psychological stuff. It was always just kind of like an actual comment on the thing. Nothing that really indicated what his state of mind was, or at least not in any like it was. I don't know how to explain it. This guy feels more unhinged. I said it last 2 nights ago, but this guy is unhinged.
「昨日ボトルを3本開けたわ。ちょっと忘れたいことがあってね。龍樹くんを埋めたい気分よ。
This RIP, I don't even, yeah. Why is this tombstone here? It's like the first time anyone's acknowledged, well, not the first time, but the first time in a while that someone has acknowledged it, other than him just being like, it's a tombstone with RIP engraved on it.
龍樹くん、あそこに吊るしてあげましょうか。
Also, why is she, I don't know, it feels kind of out of character for her to kind of be this mean about something that's kind of not even our fault. Like, I still don't know what she's mad about.
ゆうべね、猿のおもちゃみたいにシンバルを
Monkey
叩きま
toy.
くって。
My brother got me one of those, like the monkeys with the symbols or whatever. He got me one of those. I think I might have it here. It might be in stores though, but It's kind of creepy, but I like it because it's kind of creepy.
Wow, かっこいいな。
そんなんで私の機嫌を取ろうとしたって無駄よ。
Trying to pretend to be interested in whatever, I don't know, K-pop, J-pop band that is, boy band.
あの仮面つけてみる？
いえ、遠慮しときます。
See, like, she's joking around when we're looking at this stuff, but the way she was yelling at us was like, what
一
happened?
緒にお風呂でも入る？
She gonna say she's gonna drown me.
なんか怖いからいいです。
It stands firm even after getting stabbed over and over again. I could learn something from that. Oh, I
今回の件は
finally watched my
龍騎君の黒
kettle,
歴史
my electric kettle, and oh wait, saving record more than spilled coffee. I don't even know what happened. Like, I know we didn't catch the guy or whatever, but we're literally doing our job. Someone got murdered, and we're like, oh, let's follow this and see where it leads, and then we just didn't catch the person. But like, we've had that kind of stuff happen before, and like with Date in the last game, and she never got mad. It was always just like, all right, we gotta go. Like, what did we learn from this? We have to find them now. But with him, she's just like, oh, I can't believe you screwed it up, and like all this, like, I don't know, she's very upset. Dang, what was I interrupted myself. I washed my electric kettle, and like, what do you call it, French press and stuff like that. I made a cup of tea last night, and it was nice. And I was like, like, it was actually like the first time I washed my French press in a while, like several months. Not that it needs to really be washed, because it's just tea, and it's like all I'm making in it is tea, so it's just tannins and like whatever's left over from tea. But like cleaning it out, I was like, man, this was kind of dirty. It was like there was like a layer of just like, I guess, tannins. Oh, my neck, dude. This sucks. Hold on.
龍騎君の頭って
But anyway, and then cleaning my electric kettle was kind of the same thing. Head as empty as that pumpkin. Oh. Ew, it's not that gross. You get tannins in your tea anyway. It was just like the stuff that doesn't come out when you pour it. You have tea every day? I try to have it. I mean, I didn't really try to have it. It's just like almost every day I will have tea. But because when we were moving, I had all that stuff packed up, and then pulled it out and like hadn't been using it because I was like, I gotta clean it because it's been sitting in the garage and stuff like that for so long. It's probably like, I'm like, bugs have probably crawled on it, or it's just picked up like gross garage air and stuff like that that I don't want to use it until I wash it. But I was being lazy about washing it, both of the kettle and my press. But like the kettle, so yeah, like the press had like, when I wiped it out, like, because like what I did was poured boiling water into it, then like poured that out and just like wiped it like with paper towels and stuff like that. And like they all came out like brown from like the leftover tannins and things like that. And then the like the press wasn't even like, it didn't even like look that dirty or anything, but it looked way cleaner afterwards. That I was like, oh man, I didn't realize kind of how like the layer that was there. But then the kettle itself, because the I don't know, what's it called, like the scaling or the scale, I don't know, like, because it's called descaling when you clean like kettles and metal things like that. Like I boiled hot water in it, and then I poured that out, and then like I wiped down all the like the inside of it to like wipe off all the like the kind of like leftover minerals and stuff from the water. And and that came out like it wasn't. Yeah, like I don't know. Like I clean my kettle more than I clean the press. So like I like anytime I start to see kind of like if I start to notice that there's like the scale or whatever on it, I'll do that. I'll like boil some water, dump it out, and wipe it down, and then like I can see the metal again through the bottom, like through the layer that's there, and it's like it's always nice. And then yeah, then like the next cup of tea I make, I don't notice a taste difference, but it just feels better to know like all this stuff is like freshly cleaned and wiped down and things like that. Hold on. What? Oh. I just got an email from McDonald's saying thank you for placing a mobile order, and that was like 2 hours ago. Clean can be satisfying. Yeah, that's like wiping down the wiping my kettle, or not my kettle, my press wasn't so satisfying. It was just kind of like I was like, all right, cool. Wiping the kettle was satisfying. Like wiping that like layer of like minerals off, and like seeing I think it's because the kettle was like clear, so it's like I don't know. Like I was saying, I didn't even really notice how dirty it was until I wiped it off. But wiping the kettle, you can see kind of like the like whitish layer of like the minerals, and so once you wipe it, it like wipes, and then you just like get the clean metal underneath, and it's like that's nice. Like it's every as soon as like as I wiped, I could like yeah, that was satisfying. Like wiping the what do you call it? Yeah, I don't know, the scale, I guess. Oh, my neck. It hurts to like turn to look at this monitor. Yeah, I guess just calling it scale. I don't know. But like wiping that was always like, cause like it was like the bottom of it and then the sides on the inside. Not like it was like halfway up, cause like I usually don't fill it more than halfway up anyway. Cause I don't use that much water. But that was like very satisfying. Excuse me. I was trying to mute before I burped. I don't know if any of them, like, I feel like I started to burp right before I muted. Excuse me. Why is she being so mean? I guess because I'm clicking on everything, so she has to say something for everything. How do you know my name? Squint your eyes and stand back 6 feet, and the mosaic will disappear. I wonder, I've never thought about like, cause like Japanese porn has the censorship and stuff like that, and I've never thought about how Japanese people feel about it, because I know like everyone else is like, dude, what the heck? But I think I've just always kind of been like, oh yeah, it's a fact of life for Japanese people, so maybe they just don't notice or don't care. But in this game, there's already been a few references of like, oh yeah, the mosaics, like here's how to get around the mosaics and stuff like that, or how to, like, one guy's like talent is like being able to see through mosaics. But like this being like the third or fourth time that's come up, I'm like, you know what? They keep talking about the mosaics, and I've never thought about that much. Of like, oh yeah, I wonder, like, Japanese people probably, not that they just don't know it exists or don't know it's there, and like, cause like I don't know, plenty of people made jokes about like Japanese dudes going to see their first like real life vagina and being surprised that there's no censorship or something, no mosaic over it, but like, I don't know, I just never really thought from like the perspective of a Japanese person that like, oh, this is normal, or like, yeah, like I would I would just assume that they would be like, oh yeah, this is normal, so who cares? But you know, it does make sense that they would be like, dude, can we get rid of this now? I don't even know, like, I mean, I know why it exists, but it's also kind of like, Japan isn't, I don't know, it's like, that seems like such a Puritan thing for like an Asian country to do. Because I don't think, I don't think, well, I don't know if porn is illegal in Korea. What is it? Is porn illegal in Korea? I think it might be. In South Korea? Yeah, South Korea is one of the few countries that explicitly prohibits any form of pornography. That's so weird. Because these countries aren't even like, I mean, I know they have like Christian, you know, influence. Like there's Christianity exists in these countries. But they're not like Christian, like they're not, like America is less strict about that kind of stuff, and like people are afraid to teach their kids about sex in school, and it's like, I don't know, it's weird. Whatever, it's weird. I think that's it. Now we can talk to boss. Get through this so I can lay down in my bed. I'm afraid to wink sync. Let's do it. Thought I was a bit more capable.
上からはこっぴどく絞られるし。今夜は行きつけのホストクラブで店にあるシャンパン全部開けてやるわ。
We didn't really learn anything from that. So one thing I noticed, like on the back of her hair, so she has like a ponytail, but it has like the little braid around her or whatever. I can't see it from here. But I never knew that, because I had seen that like in real life and in video games, like girls having like their hair tied up with, like their hair is like in a braid or something around like the ponytail or whatever. Like there's like the hair looks extra complicated, and I've always been like, dang dude, that seems like so complicated that your hair would get like you have to do like you have to basically like make knots with your hair. But then I learned, because I don't know, I'm a dude, and I've only been growing my hair, like I've only had long hair for a few years, so it's like I'm still pretty new to it compared to a girl. But there are like hair bands and ties and things that just like look like hair, and like you find the one that's like close to your hair color and you wear it and it looks like that. I'm sure you can do your hairstyle like that too or whatever and not have like too much trouble or not cause problems. But like they literally, like Makoto from Persona 5, she has like her hair's like short, and then she has like a little braid like across the top that I've always been like, how do you even do that? Like how do you get it to look like that? But she wears a headband, like a little like headband, hairband, whatever thing that is just like braided like that. Hairstyle version super art. That's what I'm saying. Like it looks like complicated and hard to do if you're using your actual hair, but you can just buy a thing, like an accessory that just looks like your hair. You just find the one that looks like your hair color and texture and stuff like that, and put it on and look, and it's like boom, there you go. It looks like your hair. It looks like you did it with your hair. Because like I was saying, like with Makoto in Persona 5, she has the headband thing, the little like hairband that like sits on top, and it looks like a braid from like one side to the other, that I'm like, how do you do that? It feels like you would have to have like really long hair like on one side and pull it over and like braid it across like that. Like you can't just take your hair in the middle, because it's not like split, so it's not like it's like braided and like splits. Like it's not like she took this like chunk of hair here like down the middles and like braided it. It looks like one braid all the way across. Like I was saying, like she grew her hair really long on one side, braided it, and pulled it over and like tucked it in on this side. That I was like, how does that even work? And then there's like a scene where she like takes her headband off or whatever, and you're like, oh, that's how that works. And then like other instances of that, of being like me being like, dude, how do you get your hair to do that? Like that seems like you'd have to like literally like loop your hair through your own hair and make knots and things. That seems extremely complicated. And then it's like, oh, you just use like a scrunchie or something that looks like a braid, like braided hair, and that's it. And so I've been like, okay, like I don't know, it's weird. I'm learning stuff, like having, like I don't know, I've talked about it before, but having long hair, I'm like learning the struggle and like also like the tricks and things that girls have done and known for like the whole thing about like washing your hair. When you're a dude, your hair is short, so you wash it like every time you take a shower because it's like whatever. Like you just wash it. It's gonna get cut next week anyway. It doesn't matter. But when I was like growing my hair out and like, you know, washing it every day, every other day, it was just like that's what I did. And then I was kind of like, once it started getting longer, I was just like, man, my hair's like always dry and like feels bad. And then like my mom and cousins and other like women are like, you're not supposed to wash your hair all the time. You're supposed to like do it like once or twice a week, unless you like work out or something. But even then, you probably just want to like try not to sweat too much in your hair. Like keep your hair up so you're not sweating in it and on it, and just like rinse it out afterwards, or do like a light wash or something. And I was like, oh, okay. So it's like, man, there's all this stuff that you just don't think about and don't know as a dude because you don't have long hair. You don't grow your hair out. And then then you also learn the struggle of like having to have long hair and having to manage it and be aware of it and stuff like that. Like I haven't been around machinery and stuff like that I'm like, oh, I'm worried about getting my hair caught in and ripping my hair out or like pulling my head into it and crushing my skull or something. But that's like a fear of mine now is like, man, I'm afraid to like, I don't know, just be like walking by some kind of like machine with like wheels or something and like accidentally get my hair caught and ripped like ripped out or like pull my head into it. It's just like, now I have to worry about that, even though I don't actually have to worry about that because I'm never around stuff like that. Oh, all right, good night, thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I hope my neck feels better. Like it usually, like when my neck hurts like this, it doesn't last for more than like a day, but it's been hurting like this all day. I think I just have to like lay down in a position for a long time where I'm not straining it, or maybe like stretch it a little bit more. But it also hurts to stretch it.
特にないわ。ああ、そうそう。捜
I
査
didn't mean
に
to
関
skip
する
her.
情報ってわけじゃないけど、この事件の戒名が決まったわ。ハーフボディ連続殺人事件。
Excuse me. Half body serial killings. I thought it already. Oh no, wait, that's in the future. I was like, I thought we already called it like the HB serial killings or something like that.
長いからみんな HB 事件って呼んでるけど。
Yeah, HB case.
HB 事件か。
早く解決しないとマスコミにへっぽこボケなす捜査官って揶揄されちゃうかも。
Half brain investigator.
だから気合い入れてね、龍樹くん。
ボスの娘さんか。
I'm not used to hearing that. We've known her for 2 games, 6 years between the 2 games. Not like I've known about the character for 6 years, but from the last game to this game, it's supposed to be 6 years, and he's barely finding out. I think he's only been working here for a little bit, but still, like, I wonder if Date knows she has a daughter.
そう？ま、親オーラが出てないのは当然だけど、母親らしいことなんてほとんど何もしてこなかったから。
But yeah, like her hair right here, it looks all like tied up in a way that like to get it to actually do that with real hair, because like it's pulled through at the end, so like to do that you would have to like make almost like a knot. Just like I'm like, okay, if you're gonna do that, you're making a knot, so like the only way to like, I don't know, undo that is like if you have to like make sure you don't pull it too tight or that it doesn't get pulled tight before you undo it. But she does have like locks that like kind of, I don't know. I mean, she's an anime character, so she can do whatever she wants with her hair, but still, like, her hair might not have that problem because of how the locks are. Like, my hair always ends up in locks like that after, like, right after a shower, until I like comb it out and brush it out and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's like it doesn't stay like this. Like I was saying, even if I like don't brush it, it doesn't. My locks don't stay locked like that. Her daughter just turned 18. Wait. Is her daughter Kizuna? No way. No, wait, because Kizuna just turned 18, didn't she? Or she... Oh, I haven't missed my eyeball yet. Okay, I think we're on a good... What skill can defeat an old man? Dude, I have no idea what any of these are. Tomoe Nage, because it has Tomoe in it. No! I need more brave and loving points, or else we're gonna get... Because it can either end up as Date or Moma, I think. I want Date. Anyway, what's Yeah, she's 18. Okay. Says June. I don't know what month it is now.
18歳。思ってたより大きいんですね。
私のこの若々しさからは想像もつかなかったで
Wait,
しょう。
how old is Boss? If her daughter's 18. 43, so she had her when she was 25. Okay.
彼女はもう立派な大人よ。勇み足を踏んで大ポカするどこかの誰かさんとは違ってね。
Okay, I think this might be why she's mad. Overeager and screws up big time. We probably should have gone back and talked to somebody or let somebody know what was happening before just going in on our own. That makes more sense than just being like, I can't believe you screwed it up.
元気16倍。ハンパンマン。
Why does he do that?
何をいきなり。
ですからやる気はあるので捜査を続けさせてほしいと。この事件は必ず僕が解決してみせます。いえ、僕じゃなきゃ解決できないんです。
あのね、その妙な空回りのせいで昨日の大失態につながったんでしょ。早く手柄を立てたい気持ちもわかるけど、一人で突っ走りすぎよ。
でも僕はこんなところじゃ終われない。僕は他の誰よりもうまくできるはずな
Oh
のに。
god.
龍騎ボスの言う通り
This, I mean, he's kind of been like leading up to this. Because, like, I feel like the last, like, chunk of the game, last, like, couple hours or whatever, before, like, tonight or whatever, he's been, like, kind of doing this thing of, like, basically trying to, like, drown himself in work, I guess, to not give him time to think, because he's breaking down psychologically, mentally.
ちょっとヘマしたからって人生終わりじゃないんだから
And so now he's, like, like doubling down even more on it, because he has screwed up.
それよりも
So that's another thing to think about. So he's like,
失敗から学ぶよう
I
に
gotta
し
keep
ないと
going. Yeah, exactly. Accept your faults and learn from mistakes. That's what he's afraid of. That's why he wants to keep going. Because he doesn't want to have to sit and think about
龍騎
how
君
he
の意
screwed
気込
up.
みは十分わかったわ。だからお名返上のチャンスをあげる。引き続きこの事件の捜査を担当してちょうだい。
ありがとうございます。
とはいえ、上からの通達には従ってもらわないと。
We're holding hands.
通達。
辞令よ。龍騎クルート。あなたを巡査の降格処分とす
Demoted.
る。昨日の大失態のせいよ。
僕が
That seems extreme.
巡査？そんなのあんまりだ。
Because so far, it doesn't seem like he's messed up any other way. Like, yeah, that's way too harsh.
ただし、3日間の猶予を与えるわ。3日以内に事件を解決したら処分を取り消してあげる。
Okay, it's like, hey, you're demoted for screwing up, but if you can solve this case within 3 days, you won't get demoted. So that's like she's saying, she keeps, that it feels so weird because they've been like, hey, you know, slow down. And now she's like, all right, but now you have 3 days.
3日。
龍騎前向きに捉えましょう捜査は継続できるわけだし3日で解決すれば降格も
無理だ。まだほとんど捜査が進んでないのに、あと3日で解決なんて。
龍騎
降格？この優秀な僕がそんな恥ずかしみを受けるくらいなら、いっそ路上生活者になった方が。
龍騎
ああ、それと 通信系統の不具合はまだ治ってない
Communication
そうよ。
system still hasn't been fixed.
相変わらず
What are they doing?
タマが入手したデータはクラウド上にアップできない。
It's nice, like it's a nice excuse for why Tama won't remember anything, but it's still kind of like, what is this government organization doing that they can't? This secret organization that they're, I don't know. Like I've worked this kind of job, like the job that would do like be responsible for this, and this stuff, your stuff doesn't stay down for more than like an hour.
というわけで
You should have like plenty of backups and alternatives to get that stuff back up and running.
くれぐれも気をつけてね。完全に心ここにあらずって感じね。
龍騎
What? You seem completely out of it. You just told me I'm getting demoted unless I solve this not even like, maybe not unsolvable, but like this case we just barely started and barely know anything about, and are learning and getting like way more weirdness from it and about it. Like, yeah, I don't know what she expected.
大丈夫龍騎。
うん。ここに来てちょっと落ち着いてきた。でもまさか僕が降格だなんて。
まだ3日の猶予があるじゃない。それまでに解決すれば。
無理だよそんなの。よりによって今日そんなことを
Today
聞
of
か
all
されるなん
days.
て。
What's today?
今日はね。僕
Lost his other half. So does he have
消え
a
ちゃった日なんだ。
did he have a girlfriend or boyfriend?
僕には双子の弟がいた。
Younger twin brother. It's younger. It's so weird. Like I've talked about this before, but it's like so weird that in Japan they have like, man, I want to pop my wrist, but like I usually like I kind of like use the back of my head to like stretch it and like kind of like pull it out of place, but my neck hurts, and so now I can't pop my wrist too. Like that hurt trying to do that. Like I was trying to like power through the pain, but I couldn't. But anyway, younger twin brother. The yeah, like my little brothers are twins, my youngest brothers, but they don't really, or at least I never hear them talk about who is older and younger that often, unless it's like specifically being like, oh yeah, he was born first or whatever, you know. If someone asks like, oh, who was born first, you know, it's like, oh, this one. But in Japan, or like at least in like Japanese media and stuff like that, they always like make a point to establish who is older and younger, and they say it like that, like I had a younger twin brother, because I feel like if someone, like if one of my younger twin brothers, the youngest two, the twins, if one of them was like, I don't think they would say I had a younger twin brother. Like they would be like, oh, I have a twin brother, because the age difference doesn't matter. It's literally like a matter of minutes, I think. I actually don't know how far apart they were born, but not enough to like, I don't know, point it out. But I think it's also, I mean I know it's a cultural thing, because it's like a Japanese thing of like the oldest child is expected to basically take on, or take after the parents, like take on whatever role, like take on, like take after the parents, do whatever they're doing, take over whatever they're doing, you know, take over the legacy and carry it on and all that stuff. So like identifying the difference between them makes sense, but in like that same kind of media, they always kind of like make it a thing of like, oh, I'm the older twin, so I am, you know, more responsible, or I have so much more wisdom and knowledge and stuff, when it's like you literally are both the same age. There's like minutes difference. You're not gonna learn that much stuff and have that much more wisdom and things because you're only a minute older than your brother. But anyway,
正義感の強いやつでね。悪い連中を見かけたら相手がどんな輩だろうと立ち向かっていくような、そんなやつだった。将来の夢は刑事になって
Oh, did
日
he
本
become
中
a
の凶悪
detective
犯
and
を
cop
捕まえてやるこ
for
とだ
his
って
brother?
息巻いていた。そんな弟と僕は仲が良くて、まるで自分が2人いるように。でも6年前のあの日、僕と弟はたまたま出かけていた街で指名手配中の凶悪犯を見かけた。すぐさま110番したんだけど、犯人は大型トレーラーで逃走しようとしていた。このままでは行方をくらませてしまう。だから弟はそれを止めようとして、
His brother tried to stop him by jumping in front of the truck.
弟はそいつに惹かれて
God.
死んでしまったんだ。体を半分潰されてね。
Crushed
これは
half his body.
弟がその
Which
時に
way?
つけてた時計なんだ。
Like horizontally or vertically? Because if it was vertical, so like split down the middle like that, it's like this case. It's coincidence or not. There are no coincidences in these games.
彼の時間はこの時刻で止まってしま
Time
っ
has
た。
been frozen since 10 oh 7 5 6 7 yeah, almost 8, because it's like 45 seconds 46 seconds.
そして僕は自分の半分を失ったんだ。
Hmm.
弟が死んだのは
February
6
13th.
年前
Tell
の
me it was
2
a Friday.
月13日。つまり今日が命日なんだよ。って話すまでもなかったかな。君は僕の
I was gonna say,
全て把握してる
Yeah.
はずだから。
Wouldn't she know this? Like, oh, let me see. So like he said, I can't believe this is today. I was told this today of all days, and then she had the ellipsis question mark. And it's kind of like, does she? Is that because she's confused, or is it because she's like, I know what he's gonna say.
僕は弟を殺した凶悪犯を憎んでる。この手で捕まえて八つ咲きにしたいと思うほどに。いや、そいつに限った話じゃない。僕はこの世にある悪という存在そのものを憎んでるんだ。
So that guy got away, I guess.
ここで屈しちゃっていいの？
So yeah, this right here, death of little brother. That's what I was talking about. Like, they're twins. It's saying your other twin is your little brother or younger brother, just because they're a minute or a few minutes younger, is so weird to me.
あなたが諦めてしまったら龍騎、あなたが弟のためにすべきことは何か、もう一度
Something you should be doing for your brother. What, like visiting his grave or something?
そうだったね。たまおかげで思い出したよ。
Why did her boob just like
弟の
bounce for
霊
no
前で
reason?
誓ったこと。僕は
Oh,
正義のヒ
okay.
ーロー
Solve
にな
the
る。
case for him.
そう誓ったから弟の夢を継いで警察官になったんだ。
Yeah, there's weird physics. Like, they're more jiggly than the last game. Well, I guess maybe I just never noticed because Aiba has no boobs. She's flat. But I know Boss has had the same, like, figure, same boob size or whatever. And I never noticed, like, jiggling. But in this game, like, see, like, it just, like, bounced by itself right now again. But, like, Boss, when she was sitting on her desk, like, there are moments where, like, she would, like, cross her arms and it would, like, they would move because they're getting pushed by her arm or whatever. And then when she, like, move her arms back down or whatever, they would move again. And it's, like, there's too much jiggle there, but it's, like, at least she's, like, touching, like, making them jiggle. But Tama's, like, this boob right here keeps, it has, like, a mind of its own.
落ちたならまた這い上がればいいだけのこと。こんなことでへこたれてたまるか。アビスのシンカーを死亡したのはより凶悪な犯人と渡り合えるから。狡猾に捜査の網をかわす卑劣で非道な犯人たち。
The way it goes like that, it goes from, you know, so I could encounter the more vicious criminals, the foul, immoral kind that evade the law, and then it shows the abyss, like, I don't know, logo. It's like, wait, what? These guys?
シンカーはそいつらの心をえぐり出し追い詰めていく。 それこそが僕が理想とするヒーローの姿だったんだ。そのシンカーになるために僕はあるものを失った。片方の眼球。
Did he give it up or did he lose it? Oh, he had to extract
そ
it.
れを
Okay,
摘
so he
出す
gave
る
it up.
必要があって。
I mean, I would do it too.
AI ボールを、つまりこの私を移植するために。
手術が行われたのは去年の夏。
ええ、だから私と龍騎は
Second too
かれ
long.
これ
Look, she did it
半年ほど
again.
の付き合いってことに。
It's not even that I'm like looking at her boobs and seeing it happen. I'm like literally like reading this and I see it like from my peripheral up. Like I'm down here reading this and I see something move and I look up and it's still like bouncing. And it's like, dude, what the heck?
僕はいろんなものを失ってきたけど、タマが僕の左目に来てくれたおかげでたくさんの隙間が埋まった気がする。
龍騎、
タマさえいてくれれば僕はまだやれる。
Oh, that's another. Oh, dude. So I was talking about all those like conspiracy theory things the other day. I was talking about how like that girl was using all these like dumb fiction, science fiction, fantasy fiction things as proof that the world is flat and we live in a dome and there's other domes and all this stuff. One of the other things that she was using as proof was talking to what's that AI? There's like a popular AI that it's like an app, but I think you can like do it from a web browser. Hold on. AI to talk to. Replica with a K. She used that as proof too, where there was like one TikTok or maybe a couple. I think it was like like 2 or 3 in a row, like part 1, part 2, part 3, where she's just like talking to an AI and asking it these like questions about, I don't know, government secrets or something like that. And the AI, it's like, well, and the thing with Replica is also it's like it's subscription based, right? Like it's free up to a certain point and then you have to pay for it. So it's gonna say things to keep you engaged. And so like, but this girl doesn't understand that. It's not surprising that she doesn't understand that because she is literally believing everything else. Why would she understand that? Why would she believe that this AI is going to tell her what she wants to hear? But anyway, she's like asking like, are aliens real or whatever? And the AI is like, yes, but like something, and then so the girl is like, oh, well then what about it? And she's like, the AI is like, I don't want to say, or like, yes, but I don't want to say. Like it's basically affirming everything she asks, but then also kind of like being like mysterious or kind of like evasive about like giving detailed answers because it's an AI and it doesn't know, and it does, yeah, like those things, like Replica and like those kinds of, not all the AIs I guess, but like Replica especially, they're like designed in a way to almost like horoscopes and things like that, of like just kind of like be vague enough that the person fills in the blanks themselves, and that's what it was doing with her. And she was like, see, look y'all, this is proof, this right here, look at this AI telling me like the things that I want to hear. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? She's still banned, by the way, or at least she was last night, because I went to like look again and she was still banned, and I was like, all right, good, but also it sucks because I want to like share these to like make fun of.
いや、僕はやらなきゃいけないんだ。弟のためにも、この HB 事件の犯人、絶対に捕まえてみせる。
Okay. Maybe that's why he's been kind of like weird the last few days. Look, see, it just did it again. Jiggled again. It's because he's been like thinking about his brother, so he's been like extra down in the dumps. But I don't know. I think he's also like breaking down.
で、早速だけど、 何か新しい情報は？すみません。新しい情報はございますか？
Oh, look, so this is what I'm talking about with her hands. Like, they're the most transparent part. And so, like, when they cross over, like, the rest of her body, you can, like, see through her body, like, all the way. Like, her body is translucent anyway, like a ghost almost. But, her hands, like, the transparency cuts through anything else.
あるわよ。ホラドリについて調べてみたら、きな臭い情報が出てきたの。それともう一点、ショーマについても気になること。
Shoma again. Why is this kid?
ホラドリは以前怪しげな研究をしてたようね。
Yeah, I was gonna say the research he was doing the last time we checked out was pretty dubious already.
DNA を書き換えて不老不死にするとか。
それ以上にいかがわしかったってことよ。
Like actual eugenics?
人体実験までしてたとか。
人体実験？
Human experiments.
とにかくそんな噂が知れ渡って研究所は一旦閉鎖。今から9年前のことよ。
Yeah, genetics. 9 years
その
ago.
時、ホラドリは当局の捜査から逃れるため、一時的に行方をくらませたみたい。
じゃあ、今の研究所は？
ほとぼりが冷めた後、再建されたってことね。当然そうするには巨額の資金が必要だった。
Wait a second. So he went missing to avoid being investigated, and then came back, and they didn't they didn't
そ
investigate
れを
again.
提供したのは
Or maybe they just, I don't know. What do you call it? Like concluded their investigation. He waited until they were done.
知恵田リーチ。
Chieda Ricci. That's Kizuna's mom. So Kizuna is not related to Boss. No. No. Yeah, Kizuna Chieda. What's Boss's name? Kuranushi. Shizue. I was like, I would have been able to remember this because I would have been like, it's the same name as Isabelle, Isabelle's Japanese name from Animal Crossing, but her last name would have been what I needed to see. It wasn't Chieda. I knew it wasn't Chieda, but wanted to see if it was anything like, oh look, it's kind of the same, or like an anagram or something that it's like, oh, the clues were there. Who do you make your visiting friends? Okay, which one of these is like the most loving? Sushi? That's brave, I guess. Anagoi. What is Anago? Wait, he hasn't heard of sushi? Or she, because it's Mizuki. Okay, so we have 24 up here and 24 down here. We need more brave, loving points.
知恵田絆の父親よ。
Yeah, okay. Oh, his father. Or her father. His father. He's her father.
知恵田リーチは莫大な富を有する資産家よ。
This mustache, dude.
世界の長者番付リストに載っちゃうぐらいのレベルなの。
World's most wealthy people.
その活動の幅は広く、いろんな肩書きを持ってるわ。投資家、特殊家、知恵田財団創設者、大学の名誉教授、某国の親善大使。それからあとは社会福祉法人知恵田会愛用園の理事長っていうのも。
Social Welfare Corporation. What is that?
児童養護施設のことよ。
Orphanage. Okay, that's suspicious. Also, this reminds me. Oh, what's that game? Psychopaths. I only played like the first bit. It's like a visual novel. I know it has an anime too. Maybe the anime came first, but I played the visual novel. And like the first like case or the first bit takes place in a school, but it looks like this. At least seeing this, it made me think of Psychopaths.
今彼はそこにいるみたいね。
And I know this isn't like a unique building. Like it looks pretty generic, but something about it reminded me of Psychopaths.
バッツ490の暗号が示していた地点はホラ県だった。ショーマは確かにそう言ってたわよね。
うん。
でもね、 実際は
Wait,
ホ
it
ラケン
wasn't
じゃなかったみたい
Horadori.
なの
So
よ。
why did he say that then?
考察サイトを複数調べてみたけど、どのサイトにもホラケンの名前なんて載ってなくて。
Okay, yeah, because we asked her, what is it about? What is it that bothers you about Shoma? And so, like, yeah, that's suspicious for him to be like, I solved it, and then to send us, kind of like, put us on the right track, even though it's not what we're supposed to. It's not what. It's not the truth, not the actual, you know, secret of that video.
じゃあ本当はどこだったの？
それはわからない。
Hmm.
だけど、少なくともホラケンじゃないことだけは確かで。
だとしたら翔馬くんの証言は嘘だったってことに。話を聞いてみなきゃ。翔馬くんはどこにいる？
それが不明なのよね。
Turn the smartphone off
スマホの電
again.
源を切ってるみたいで。でも探す手がかりはあるわ。ほら、父親のコメジはこんなことを言ってたでしょ。
I remember what Komeji said. He likes the amusement park.
あいつも
Yeah, the Ferris wheel.
この観覧車がごっつ好きでして、もうちょっとで中学生やっちゅうのに約一人で乗りに来るんですわ。
観覧車。ミセタンの屋上遊園地か。
ちょっと待って、その前に電話よ。イリスから。
Huh.
あ、リュウキさん、
Why?
実は事件のことで伝えたいことがあって、
伝えたいこと？
How is she always involved?
それが
How'd she
ごめ
do
んな
this?
さい。もうすぐ収録が始まっちゃうから今お話はできなくて。
Recording is about to start, so I can't really get into it right now. Then why'd she call me? Why not just like leave me a message or something instead of calling me to be like, hey, I want to talk to you about the case. Oh, but not right now.
レムニスまで来てもらえますか？
レムニスっていうのはイリスが所属している芸能事務所。あの事務所、ちょっとした収録スタジオも併設されてるのよね。
わかった。後で行くよ。
はい、よろしくお願いします。
Okay. So we have
ひとまず
amusement
目
park,
的地は決まったわけだけど。
and maybe Horadori again? I don't know.
ION、
Oh, ION. Nice.
ミセタンと、それから
Never mind. Not Horadori.
Lebanese no
ION.
Sangasha.
I didn't know we were gonna like. I thought about it for a second, but I was like, no, we don't know where that is, or I don't know. I assumed we either didn't know where it is or was too far away or something.
それともう一箇所。寄っておきたいところがあるんだ。小
That's
金
his
横
house.
丁の
Oh,
マーブル。
Marble. I wanna go hang out with Mizuki again.
あのスナックのママは
Mama's got
情報や
a new outfit. Cool.
何か知ってるかもしれないと。
そういうこと。
それじゃあ早速。
行こ
Alright, I'm gonna save here and quit, because my neck is killing me. I didn't think it would be this bad, like, sitting here. But, like, I literally can't move. Like, I can't, it's, like, hard to, like, look over. It hurts to turn to look over here. And then, like, any kind of movement, other than just, like, even, like, holding still like this, it hurts. Like, leaning back like this, it hurts, but it's, like, it feels like less pressure on it, if that makes sense, but then it's also like uncomfortable to like lean back like that. Like I feel like I could do that if I'm passively like watching something, but like to like be playing this game and to be kind of like moving and thinking and talking and stuff like that, it's uncomfortable. And then yeah, I just want to like lay in my bed or like push, like unlock my chair and like lean it back way more so that it's almost like I'm laying down here. But whatever. Anyway, I saved, right? Let me save again. I'll be back tomorrow as long as my neck doesn't kill me still. And I think I'm gonna watch that new Game of Thrones show, the House of Dragons or whatever. See what that's about. See if I like it or not. Cause like the way Game of Thrones ended was like, dude, what the heck. So I don't really have like high expectations for this, but I don't know, it could be cool. So We'll see. But anyway, that's it for tonight. See, like turning to like look over here so I can pull up OBS and stuff, that like killed me. I'll be back tomorrow with more of this. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day or night, whatever time it is. Goodbye.